Surprise, surprise, surprise. We're here. We're live for another wonderful Saturday right here on the Upstate Pulses. This is your first time listening to this show. I don't know where you've been. We've been here for over a decade. Still going strong. Plan on continuing as long as we possibly can. Here's what we do here on this show. We talk pop culture, video games, D&D. We talk comic books, obviously, and a ton of other nerdy, geeky things. That's what we do.
Like aliens.
I'm going to tell you that, by the way, is Cameron, go ahead and switch mics because that one is not sounding good. So we're going to go ahead and switch that out. Remember to send a message to, well, I got to turn it up. There we go. Oh, still doing it. That's because that's the wrong mic. Yes, there we go. All right.
There we go.
Here, let me go ahead.
You need to turn off the other mic, too.
Yeah, I do. It is off.
No, it's not.
No, it's off.
Third one.
It is off. I'm telling you.
No, it's not.
That doesn't matter. It's not up. And that's not even the mic. And here's the thing. Let's go ahead and do this.
Bro, you just noobed. Noober.
Big time noober. That's on me. And this one is for Cameron.
Oh no, you messed up. That's a noob. Oh, noob. Declining noobin.
Don't argue with the host. All right. On today's show, we are going to talk about mispronunciations in all 50 states. We're going to break every single one down. We're not, but we're going to talk about a couple, including the most mispronounced word here in South Carolina. We're going to break down the latest episode of It, Welcome to Derry. Last week's episode of My Hero, because we didn't talk about it, so we're going to be like a week behind on those things. We got a wonderful Oops, a ton of AI Takeover, Flaccid story. We haven't had any of those in a while. Talk a little bit of Wrestling Nerd Roundtable, and so much more. And if you would like to be a part of the show, 800-905-0989 is how you can text the program. We're also live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X at either 98.9 WORD or the Upstate Pulse. It has been an eventful week for me, and I cannot not address this. So I'm going to be serious for just a little bit. Then we're going to go to break, and we're going to come back and pretend like none of that seriousness happened. You ever build a house? You ever had the opportunity to be the architect or just be one of the builders who built a house? I got to build a house. It was over a decade ago. I got to build a house from the beginning and see what the house looks like without a foundation, without any nails, without any doors, without anything like that. And that house was ESPN Upstate, is now the Fan Upstate. So from the beginning, I was there. I got to run the very first game on the station before the station was even named, before they even knew that we took over. I had to do that because of contractual obligations. Then I saw an opportunity, and I asked to be executive producer, not only here at WRD, but over there, because I wanted to be on a station from the beginning, a sports station for sure, but a station from the beginning. And I got to do that. Greg McKinney, myself, and Bob McLean. A lot of times I get forgotten as far as being one of the people who was there from the beginning, but I haven't forgotten me. And I know a lot of people who have listened to that station know that I was there from the beginning. So on the very first show with Greg McKinney until he retired, moved on to Mark Ryan, and then more recently with Rob Brown, and got to do everything over there, including interviewing a ton of wrestlers, something that I never thought I'd be able to do. Get that opportunity by being on the Rob Brown show. And normally when someone is no longer with the company, you're not allowed to talk about them. No one told me not to. So I am not going to do anything to jeopardize myself here. It's radio, man. Radio does that. Sometimes there's no reason, there's no rhyme. It's just a person is here one day and they're gone the next. And it's unfortunate, but that is something that happens with radio. But I find myself for the first time in almost 30 years of radio not being on a sports show. And it's kind of weird. It really is. I've been pretty depressed all week. It was a smack in the face. In case you don't know, Rob Brown is no longer with the company, and his show is no longer, our show no longer exists. And that's hard. It really is hard. We won Radio Show of the Year 3 years. We also got second place, the Merit Award, for Best Morning Show in the state of South Carolina. So we had a lot of fun. And I want to tell you, I know there are times that seem really intense between Rob and I, but we are friends. The biggest arguments that we've ever had are political, believe it or not. And that's mostly it. My top 3 shows all time that I've been on, it will shock some people, but I'm going to say it. The first one is anything that's mine. Cause I mean, it's mine. Of course, that's my favorite thing. Cause I get to create, I get to invent, I get to direct, I get to do all those things, that I didn't know that I wanted to do, but until I started doing them. My second favorite show that I've ever done was the Rob Brown Show. And, because we had fun. We had a lot of fun. And I was, friendly with Rob even before he got here, because found out that he had a love of wrestling. We're already in contact. And I had a chance to start out with him, but I did not. I stuck with Mark Ryan because of other influences. I went with him. I knew we were struggling. We're having problems. I should have went with Rob from the beginning, and we probably would have had more awards. But I did not. Eventually, I got to go over there. And we had a ton of fun. Spent a lot of time with Rob yesterday as he cleaned out his portion of the Fortress of Nerditude. It was a little empty in there. It's tough. I mean, it really is. And here's the thing. I've been at WORD and with this company for going on 26 years. I've seen this place cleaned out. We survived the purge of Saturday shows. About a decade ago, where we had live shows all day and they all just suddenly were gone, and we were here all one day. So I know how that feels, but for some reason, well, I know why. This one just hurt more because that's my friend, and also I had achieved something I never thought I could. Was on a morning show, was co-host on a morning show, and got my picture on the side of the building. So cool. So cool. Oh, by the way, my third favorite show of all time was Vince Coakley radio program. I know a lot of people didn't like Vince, but I will say that is the only man that I've ever met in my entire life, as far as I can recall, that I've never fought with in some way, verbally, of course. Never a mean word between us, always laughing all the time. And again, he's no longer with the company. That is part of radio. And part of my problem is I feel like if I was better, things would have went in a different direction. It's not true. Has nothing to do with me. Probably has nothing to do with Rob. It just happens in radio. And I just want to say that was a great nearly 5 years on that show. Loved almost every minute of it, and I'm going to miss it. I wasn't sure that I'd still be here, but I am. I've survived another one. Hopefully, I'd survive after today. But I'm sure I will, because I haven't said anything that would get me in trouble. Going forward, I will be the producer for Bill Frady show, which is cool. I love Frady. He's awesome. And we'll continue to do this program. And shout out to our sponsor, Borderlands Comics and Games, who continue to be our sponsor and will be going forward. And I am going to do my best to have fun the rest of the way and goof off and be silly and be what you expect from this show. But it's been a rough week for me. But one thing I've always tried to be is be an optimist, to find the joy and the jokes and everything. Like I said, Rob and I and Chris Evans down the hall, we got to spend some time together yesterday as he cleaned things out and moved on, and still same old sarcastic stuff, because we used to share an office, all three of us. And I want to say he's probably not listening, but goodbye to Rob. I already said my goodbyes, but didn't get a chance to say my goodbyes on the air. And also goodbye to the fan Upstate. If anybody who's a crossover. I mean, I'm no longer on the air over there. I'm still executive producer, still do a ton of stuff behind the scenes. But as far as I know, for the foreseeable future, I won't be on the air on there anymore. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. And we're going to come back and we're going to celebrate because today's a special day. It has nothing to do with any of that other stuff. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas. Tinker Toys. That's funny. All right, Sadness out of the way for a little bit. Let's get on to the silly, to the goofy.
Yeah. It's silly time.
Yeah, sorry about that, Trey. We didn't find out until after the show Monday. It's gonna be different for me tomorrow when I get up a lot later and I come in here expecting to, and also it's going to be bad on my wife and other people for a while because I don't have an outlet during the week. So there's that. He has some prospects already, Trey, and hopefully they pan out for him. The one that I hope he gets will be hilarious if he gets it. And I will also say, as much grief as I give Mark Ryan, he's one of the first people who reached out to me. I mean, Rob deserves all the people reaching out to him, but he wasn't the only one who lost something. And I know how that comes across, but it's like I said, it's been a rough week. When you spend 5 or 6 hours with someone every single day, Monday through Friday, and then suddenly you don't. But he's good. We're gamer friends, and eventually he'll play another game with us and do all his tactical stuff.
All right, Tinky Winky, we don't need those call outs.
Yeah, dude, we see it. We don't.
Yes.
And
Boogie at the Northwest, already dead. Already dead. I had shot it in the head 5 times.
Bogey at 500. Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. You don't need call outs if you're quick.
Also, it's hard to hear call outs when I'm just singing.
Also, yeah, I was about to say, I don't do that. That's not how that works.
I just randomly start singing.
Look, basically,
the only one my daughter does it too.
Basically, what I do is just I let them go and I pick off the things that they don't notice.
We ain't getting paid for that. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And even if we were getting paid, I'd still be having fun.
As far as you go, it's just like, all right, my plan is let Dad go first and then deal with whatever happens afterwards.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that, Mark.
Would you like to touch my monkey?
What in the Sam hell now?
Would you like to touch my monkey?
Lonzo is a superstar.
Oh, that's not right.
Would you like to touch my monkey?
It's not my fault.
Can you dig it?
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on Saturday night. About to have a blast because, you know, it's Saturday night. That's what you do on Saturday night. You have fun.
Yeah, it's all right for fighting.
Yeah.
Sup, bruh?
Exactly.
What was that one?
Sup, bruh?
Bro,
Is there a bro folder?
bro.
Sup, bruh?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, again, we're having fun. All right, if you'd like to be a part of the show, 800-905-0989 is the text line. And we are live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X. First ones to do it in the entire building. Never get credit for it, but it is true.
Underground pioneers, yo.
Not even underground. I don't think you'd be underground when, I mean, you know, but maybe, possibly. It is true. You know, something else is not underground, it's above ground. It is above board. It is amazing. And that is Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is awesome. You know what happens after Thanksgiving? That'll be Black Friday. You know what happens on Black Friday? The only sale that I'll go to, Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive, Black Friday sale. To talk to Rob Young via text because he's busy. Everything's on sale, and we can say that because we go every year and everything's on sale. And so if you're looking for something to get for somebody else, or just get for you, or tell someone, hey, why don't you get that for me? That's the place to go. And the cool part about it is you can get an extra 10% off if you bring 10 cans of food to donate. You know, a lot of hungry people out there, and you can help to give them a good meal at Christmas time and at Thanksgiving. Well, Thanksgiving will be over, but for Christmas time. And Rob has told me that through your generous donations, they've been able to donate 5 tons of food over the years. That is a lot of food. It really is. So check that out. Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive. Black Friday sale, or just go in anytime. But, you know, it's fun going during the Black Friday sale. We will be there. You will see us there. All right, let us get to some of the texts. Text says, yes, I built a house from Lincoln logs. Later in life, I built another house. At age 8, I built that house from Tinker Toys. That's awesome. That's awesome. That is from the Silver Fox. I'm sure you are. Let's see. Text says, Vince is awesome. I miss hearing him every day. Yep. Vince is still awesome. I don't think he's going to not be awesome. He just is.
It would be hard for that man to like drop off as far as awesomeness goes.
All right, Scott, I'm not going to talk about what you put up on the stream because we're going to talk about that later. And you always got your finger on the pulse of the pulse and what the pulse is going to do. And we are going to get to that later.
The pulse of our pulse?
Yeah. Trey says, I'm upset about it. I listened on the way to work and I thought you guys were on vacation. Nope, we're not. We gone. Duna Bros says, first heard you with Russ and Lisa 20 years ago and I've enjoyed your contributions to radio. I'm glad you're still here. Hate that your friend has to leave. I hear radio is a tough gig like that. It absolutely is. It is rough. Let's see. Mark says, hey guys, shout out to Kids Flaccid. Episode 3 of Derry was great. Yeah, we're going to break that down in just a little bit. Mark also says, thoughts on another Christmas karaoke song. As long as I despise A Wonderful Christmas Time, I think it would be great if Goofy and Cartman sing it.
Cartman might have something to say against it.
Here's the problem with that. Cartman, a.k.a. Chris Evans, that is the song he hates more than anything. And to me, the showcase for that pair is Cartman. And I don't want to do something that he's not going to put his heart into.
Yeah, the kid's not going to want to do this.
Yeah. Listen.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I stepped on your toes.
Yeah, we don't.
I apologize.
I don't do Pappy, which I could do. So you don't do that.
I kind of would like to hear that off the air.
No, you would not. You would not. And you did when you were a little kid.
When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go.
was doing that voice when you were in the womb. Speaking of when you were in the womb, on this day,
What a segue that
on
was.
this day many years ago, you were no longer there. You were brought into this world by a Jamaican nurse who said, we call him Bubba Tater. We call him Bubba. That's what she said. We added the tater thing later because my cousin Keith said he's big as a sack of taters. So we started calling him Bubba Tater when he was a kid. We didn't continue that.
I was a burly baby.
I am not putting that nickname on somebody. Bubba Tater. Nah.
I've had so many other horrible nicknames.
Yeah, but that one's pretty bad. So happy birthday, Cameron. Today is his birthday. And very proud of Cameron. Today on his birthday, he spent it, and this is not, he spent it out doing ministry for homeless. And he is an awesome young man and some lucky girl out there. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not gonna push it because I don't want to embarrass him. So anyway, you should get in contact. We'll see what we can do. I'm not soliciting. I'm just saying, DMs. That's how that works today, right? DMs. But wish Cameron a happy birthday. Today is his birthday, and I'm going to be happy for Cameron on his birthday. Also, as Mark mentioned, the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special. Hey, we've been doing it for a decade. So if you haven't heard of it, now you have, where we will sing Christmas carols, secular ones. I don't want to mess up anything that is religious, but secular ones, like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, stuff like that. We've got some ideas already, but you can send your ideas to us via either text 800-905-0989 or on the stream like Mark just did. I will say, Mark, I prefer to have songs for Goofy and Cartman that are very uncomfortable. That's all I'm saying.
And you succeed at it.
Yes.
Quite often.
We did.
It's cold outside.
Yeah,
Still haunts my dreams.
Maybe It's Cold Outside was our favorite so far.
And the fact that you couldn't hardly understand Cartman, but you could understand Cartman at the same time.
It took me forever to get him to do that. He just kept saying, no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, come on, dude.
Because they creeped him out too.
Yeah, it's like, come on. And it was very complicated. And that wasn't it, because Chris used to be with the Furman Singers. That dude can sing like a bunch of octaves. He's very good.
The Furman Singers.
Yeah. So finally got him to do that, and very happy about that. Hey, when we come back, we're going to take a break. When we come back, let's talk about mispronounced words, because speaking of Rob Brown, he was not very good at, and still is not very good at pronouncing some things. Him saying alarm still messes with me, and will for the rest of my life. And I don't think it's a Florida pronunciation. I think it was just him. All right, we're going to take a break, like I said. If you would like to be a part of the show, 800-905-0989. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. Even during the break, we'll take your questions and talk to you. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of them there Carolinas. The other thing about that song, Mark, is it's just the same thing over and over again. I want something with some uncomfortable lyrics that, like Sleigh Ride, stuff like that. Which I think the problem is we've done so many songs. It's finding one we haven't done. And I told Chris, I'm like, hey, if we did one 9 years ago, who remembers that? Let's just do it again.
That's a fair point.
I mean, we recycle a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
So we'll have something. We're still hoping to be able to pull off the finale. So steps are being taken.
I think some additional
Steps are being taken. Agreements have been made that I don't know if you knew about. I will talk to you about later. It will require your house.
Oh, okay. That's an agreement I probably would be fine with. More than likely. Who are all you people?
They were here Hey, we're part of the band.
Why is that man in a bunny suit?
We're the band. Don't say bunny suit. I can't wear the bunny suit anymore. I gotta find my solo shirt. I've only worn that once. Not solo. Zorro.
Yeah.
It had an O in it.
Yeah.
It had 2 O's in it. Both of those have 2 O's in them.
Solo Zorro, you know.
And as far as we know, both Odie and Matthew will be here for that. But you know,
Maybe.
we would make it, Mark, through like 2 lines, and then we'd just start fighting, and then the song would be over. And which still could be fun and has been fun in the past. I just want something a little more driven by innuendo. That's what I want. Goofy does not. Goofy does not. But me and Pete, we like that. We went to high school together. we're on the offensive line together. I was playing guard, he was playing tackle. Couldn't block worth nothing.
Who, Pete?
No, me.
Oh.
Pete was excellent because his head was so big. We did. Pete and I had the same size helmet. They had to go to Ohio State to get it and bring it to the high school. Yeah, it was. Did he say Pappy Doctor?
All right.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Let's see how healthy you are.
Pappy Doctor.
Regular physicals.
I don't know. I don't want to.
All right. Now cough.
Okay, that's enough. That reminds me of Dr. Zelensky, who was an old German dude, had to be like 100 years old, had the coldest hands in the history of mankind.
You know, I would be kind of not. I'd be a little put off by a 100-year-old German doctor.
It smelt of, as Stephen King would say, it smelled of camphor and other stuff like that in the office. It was
Camphor?
Yeah, camphor.
Camphor. What the heck is camphor?
I can't spell it. Look it up.
Is it like, is there a P in there?
There will be guitars. T2 is unavailable, but Odie is supposed to be here playing his guitar. May even play another instrument. Never know. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on Saturday night, having fun. If you would like to be a part of the show, 800-905-0989. And we're live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X. If you could, give Cameron a shout out because today is his birthday. Text says, "Happy birthday, Cameron. We love you, even if Lonzo doesn't." Laugh out loud from your fans in Blue Ridge. You got fans in Blue Ridge. Look at you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Also,
Did we have a story about Blue Ridge last week?
Possibly.
Something happened in Blue Ridge last week. I can't remember what the story was.
I'm suffering from post-show amnesia, as I often do. I just hope I didn't say anything too bad after I get done.
All right. Zach says, "I'll comment since nobody else will." He didn't say anything. Okay. Was your comment that your comment?
I think the comment was the fact that he commented.
Okay.
Which he did.
All right. Happy birthday.
And thank you, Zach.
Steven says, "I'm not okay. Zoe, you'll be back on soon." We'll see. If I'm not, I had a good run. Had a really good run. And the future is whatever the future is. So Trey says, "Happy birthday from me and my daughter." What was your birthday meal?
Penne alla vodka with chicken.
Yes. You can go ahead and say where, because I don't care.
Over at Basilico.
Yeah, that's where we go sometimes for birthdays. And I had, what was it? What kind of lasagna was it, Cameron?
Brick.
A brick of lasagna.
A brick of lasagna.
It is so good, though.
It's so square. I mean, it's delicious, but
it's not square. It's a rectangle.
It's
a very long rectangle. Do you not know your shapes? Well, when speaking of Cameron on his birthday, back in the day, he put that round peg in a square hole, and it just
Because I'm determined.
it just required a hammer, but he got it in there.
Also, thank you, Trey. Should tell you that I am very innovative.
Yeah, it was. We saw that from right away.
Look, if I'm going to do things the wrong way, I'm going to put some effort in there.
So, in honor of my friend Rob Brown, we are going to talk about the most mispronounced words in the United States.
Oh joy! Also,
Yeah.
camphor is a medicinal smell, like menthol.
Yes, there you go. Steven says happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, if you smell camphor, you would know it.
No, and I probably have smelled camphor quite a
It's
bit.
especially prevalent in really old timey kind of doctor's offices.
It's like whenever I injured myself as a child.
It's the first time I've used that word on the air. I think I did it right, but we're just going to move on past just in case. All right. One of the first words, the number one word that people cannot pronounce with 312,000 searches on Google, it is the word GYRO.
GYRO?
Yes. Come on, dude.
A euro.
Yeah, we're just at a
Duh.
point.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, that's what they call it.
I was making sure I didn't say it
some people call it gyro, and my old football coach back in the 1980s, he said, "Come on, boy, we're gonna go to Central District Indoor. We're gonna get some gyros."
It sounded like
What the heck is a gyro? He's like, "Oh, the gyros, they are so good." I'm like, a gyro? I have never heard of a gyro. I'm just a poor guy from South Side of Columbus. I don't know what a gyro is.
just a small town boy. Anyway,
By the way, gyros were not that big of a thing. Neither were euros or gyros back in the day, but there was a little gyro shop close to Ohio State. And we went, Trey says gyros of war. Yeah. Yeah. So we went and got some gyros. And that's why, and here's the thing. All right. So someone who's a teacher, who's a coach, tells you how to pronounce something. So you pronounce it wrong forever until someone looks at you like, what are you talking about? And you go in and I only recently found out it was euro. So I mean,
I have a question. Was it me?
that taught me that?
Yeah.
No, it was this article. I read it. So anyway, no, I'd heard it before. The second most mispronounced word in the United States, looked up by over 300,000 people, it's a kind of sauce that you put on like steak and other stuff. Starts with a W.
Worcestershire?
Yes, that's it. And that's exactly how you pronounce it.
Were you fishing for that or
No, Cameron, you can't tell that I'm doing this so you will pronounce it however you pronounce it to see if you pronounce it wrong. And so far, you've been good.
I know it's been a test.
I would say Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
Yes. The next word, the third most mispronounced name or word in these here United States, and this one I just learned, is ACAI.
ACEI.
AI.
AI.
ACAI. Okay.
Akai? I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought, but it's acai.
Acai?
Acai. Yes.
What the heck is that?
I don't know. It's like a spice or something. I don't know. All right. The next word that is mispronounced more than the fourth word is a word that's number 4, which comes after 3, is Qatar. And I remember back in the day, they would call it cutter and cater, and it's probably still called cater down in.
Are we thinking about the wrist blade weapon?
No, Qatar. It's a place.
As in the country?
Yes, and it's in the Middle East. Yes.
Okay, there's 2 different kinds of. Anyway,
QATER, which
that
of course
is Qatar.
should rhyme with tater, but it does not. All right, the fifth most mispronounced word in America is dachshund, because apparently it's dachshund. What?
Nothing. I was about to say something. I had coughed.
So it's not dachshund.
I was about to go like hard German there.
Yeah, well, go ahead. It's not
Dachshund.
It's dachshund.
Dachshund.
Okay,
so like throw some phlegm in there.
The number 6 word is NICHE.
Niche.
It is niche. And
I don't know why my brain isn't working with spelling.
No, because you're scared. You're scared.
I'm not scared.
You're scared. You're scared that you're going to say it wrong.
I've done so many weird,
But dude,
so much
if you
weird things.
if you say it wrong, there's a good portion of the country who also say it wrong. So you just, I mean,
Yes, but I like to be yogi. I like to be smarter than the average.
Okay,
bear.
so it is niche, and I would call it niche, but it is niche.
Nietzsche.
Okay, the next one is AOIFE, and it's IFA, and I have no idea what that is. So,
Okay, I had no idea
yeah.
what that is either.
The next one is, what's that board where you put cheese and stuff on it?
Charcuterie.
It's charcuterie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Charcuterie.
Yes.
Would you like to?
My wife is at home listening right now, trying to say it, and she cannot. So
we had a decent amount of
and here's I'm going to skip
about-
over 9. Oh, it's sake, like in no, it's not. It's
Is it SAKE?
no, it's PACZKI. I was thinking it was gin sake, but it's not.
What the heck is that?
It's punchki. So it must be something Indian. All right, number 10 is primeval. For some reason, people can't say primeval.
Why can't people
I
say
have
primeval?
never met anyone who can't say primeval.
How often do you say primeval?
It's us. We say primeval all the time.
Well, yeah, but we're dealing with like
We're gamers and,
Yeah.
we're sci-fi fantasy.
yeah. There's a lot of
fans.
primevals. In,
Yes,
in that.
and we also play Diablo. You can't play Diablo without dealing with the primevals.
yes, the primeval.
1, 2, 3, 4. They all got primevals.
Yep.
And so those are our top 10. The most mispronounced or looked up and mispronounced word in South Carolina is chose.
Chose?
CHOSE. Apparently, you folks out there can't say the word chose.
Why can't they say
dude,
chose?
I don't know.
How? How do they?
I don't know. That's what it says.
I'm going back in my brain. I don't know how accurate that is.
All right, I'm gonna look through and see if there's anything else that stands out that you're like, what? Let's see. Yeah, it's a lot of those are the same. Mauve.
Moth?
Mauve.
Mauve.
You know, like the color?
No, I got like MAUVE.
Yeah, they can't say that in Delaware. Let's see if Joe Biden could say it. Anyway, let's see. Georgia,
Was that you doing an impression?
no, it could have been though. Georgia it's SZA,
SZA.
which I thought was za
Za.
because someone called pizza za. I know who that someone is.
Yeah.
And it's actually SZA, which is even worse.
What is that supposed to be?
Dude, I don't know. I don't have a clue.
That just sounds like something like a bad guy would just say, just randomly.
Apparently in Illinois they can't say Yingling.
Yuengling?
Yingling. It's a Kansas. They can't say Louvre. In North Carolina they can't say Raleigh.
Well,
Raleigh is in North Carolina.
well, to be fair, people in South Carolina can't say Clinton.
That is true. Well, some of us can. Just the people.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna take a break and we come back.
I'm sure that's not going to bother
When
people.
we come
that I
back,
just
we're going to
said
talk
that.
about My Hero. We're going to talk about it. But before we do, I want Cameron to look at Hawaii and pronounce that word.
Oh my good God!
Exactly.
Hippopotomonstrosicoideliophobia.
Apparently, it's a common word looked up in Hawaii.
Why is that a common word? Are they making? Are
Wait a
they
minute.
trying to figure out?
Wait a
what-
minute. I caught what? Well, what did I catch? Is there cream?
Excuse me, sir. You've come down with a terrible case of hippopotomonstrosicoideliophobia.
Actually, I
You're
think
going to have hippos coming out of you.
I think we all have that after Tim saying I want hippopotamus for Christmas. We all caught that.
We all got.
We absolutely did. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk My Hero and It. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of heroes. Not a word. Actually, it may not be a word.
So what the heck is Caliucci? Also, why does everyone in Colorado trying to figure out what guitar is?
It's funny. People in Wyoming can't say mayonnaise.
Wait,
I don't
what?
know. I don't know why that's funny for me, but they can't say mayonnaise.
All right, I gotta. I'm gonna just do a copy on that one, and not have to type all that in. I think I could do that.
In Vermont, they can't say Montpelier. Neither can I. I don't know what that is.
Hippo.
In New
Otto.
Mexico, they can't say GIF or GIF, depending on who you are.
Dang it.
Ooh, in Nevada, they can't say macabre.
They can't say macabre in Nevada.
Yes, because I don't know. Devil's Tower is in Nevada, right? That's Wyoming. Actually. What are you laughing about?
I looked up what the definition was.
What is it?
It's fear of long words.
Oh, that's great.
And it being the longest word of all time.
I thought the longest word of all time was anti-disestablishmentarianism.
I don't know. You look at this and you tell me.
Oh yeah, I can read it.
It goes across the entire page.
Okay.
Well, it's one of the longest words. Hippopotamophobia. Monstrous. Quipedaliophobia.
All right, Trey. Lonzo don't read symbols well. Maybe Cameron can figure that out. Is that water?
What is that? It's
that-
so small.
I know. Is that lightning? Is that water? Some people can't say water. They say water. My uncle used to call it a creek.
I think there's a cow. I think it's a cow.
Touchdown.
Trey, what is that first emoji?
It's a buffalo. It's a water buffalo. Everybody wants a water buffalo.
As long as it ain't an eggplant.
Mine is slow.
Hippo.
Hippo.
Potamus for Christmas.
Okay, yeah. No, we'll never do that ever again.
No. It's banned.
Well, because it cannot be done worse. And I think it's the same as it can't be done better. It can't be done worse. There's only one song that we repeated.
Look, it's enshrined in the Temple of Evil.
Because I was not going to let them ruin 12 days again. Because that was so bad.
Due to bad direction following. Although I will say,
because I didn't go Mojo Jojo on the instructions.
I will say, when we did when it was screwed up, it was really funny when Pappy threw his hat at the other.
There was a lot of judgment going on that day.
Yeah, it's just like, how are you guys screwing it up this bad? You shut up.
Here's what I thought. I thought maybe it was possibly they were doing it on purpose, but they were not.
Well, if we got some supermodels in, Trey, maybe then we can sing that.
Ooh, maybe, huh?
I swear to God.
No. Maybe Goofy and Cartman could sing that to Pappy Club.
Ah!
Maybe we could. Maybe we could.
I'm using my veto.
You may be onto something there.
No!
Maybe what that has to
Don't
happen.
you dare.
There's a good shot I may forget.
Don't you dare remind him again, Trey.
Because I've had a rough week. And, so I may forget. There again.
May you forget in the trauma.
I might not. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on a Saturday night having a blast. If you would like to be a part of the show, 800-905-0989. We're also live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X at either 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. This is the thing. Have some fun. It's Saturday night. Why not? I mean, I've had a bad week, but you know what I'm doing right now? This is therapeutic. And I can say that word. By the way, speaking of, before we went to break, I asked Cameron to pronounce a word from Hawaii that they couldn't pronounce, and he looked it up. And what did that word mean?
This word, which is one of the longest words in the English language, which is standing at 36 letters long, is the phobia of long words.
Which is,
funny. The
funny.
biggest middle finger to people who have that.
Yeah.
Have that phobia. It's like you can't say what you have because then you get scared of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Don't say that; they'll be frightened.
Yes, I know. And my favorite, anti-disestablishmentarianism, which was on the it was on our spelling test in high school, and I never got it right once. From the guy who also said, "You guys are nothing but worthless bags of parasitic fertilizer." He used to call us that all the time. Also, he said, "If I pulled out a gun and blew away Reitzel here, every one of you would do exactly what I say." This was my 11th grade English teacher. I think it was English. Doesn't matter. I still remember that. And that was like 40 years ago.
I feel like I had a better English teacher.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you did.
I was about to say I actually liked that particular English teacher.
Oh, by the way,
great.
That was my favorite. That was one of my favorite teachers.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he made you think, and he challenged you a bunch, and there was just a lot of things, and people, and we crank called him once, and I've told this before. We crank called him because he said his dog was smarter than us, and we called and asked to talk to his dog, and he's currently working on his thesis. Can I take a message? And it's like, okay, all right,
That's a good reply.
we cannot get this guy.
I will say one of the funniest things. Me and the English teacher from the 11th grade had a lot of good back and forth, but there was like a poem I wrote about seashells one time. I made the TA cry, like everyone else was sniffling and stuff. It was like the most heartfelt thing I'd ever like written. And then he walks over and goes like, "Cameron, are you okay?" And I just go, "Yeah, I'm good. How about you?" I was completely fine.
All right. So I asked earlier, if you have any suggestions for the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special, we will continue to ask that because it's like a month away. It is a month away.
It's
a month away. So if you have any ideas, we sing Christmas carols with different voices. Trey mentioned something that's probably going to happen.
Don't know.
And yes, so Trey mentioned Santa Baby, and I think maybe there are rare times when Cartman and Goofy like are on the same side, like when Rob Brown was playing all those instruments when we were trying to sing Hark the Herald or whatever we were singing. Fa la 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 la.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fa la 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 la.
Oh, and you know you're gay apparel.
Exactly. That song.
I don't know why that always pops in my head.
I don't know. Well, thank you, Pappy. Go away. So anyway, send us those messages because it'll be here before you know it. We've got some ideas. We've got some stuff that we're going to do. We've been doing this over a decade. It's always fun, and no one stopped us yet. So,
Yep.
I mean, you know.
The chaos continues.
Yes, it does. And, well, hopefully. I mean, you never know. You just don't, as last week has shown me. Let's see. My Hero Academia. We haven't watched today's episode because I don't know if it's out yet. But we watched last week's episode, and shout out to Bakugo, man.
Yes.
Bakugo, we believe, just beat All for One.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure All for One is dead, and although a part of him is still alive in Shigaraki, but Bakugo just straight up killed All for One.
Yes, he killed the main bad guy.
He did. He did something that All Might didn't do.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was amazing. What a great episode. This series, I still think some main people are going to die, but maybe they won't. We thought All Might was going to die. The vision was he was going to die. He did not die in that moment because Bakugo. And actually because who was the guy who saved Bakugo? Edshot went into Bakugo and healed him as much as he could. But Bakugo's pain helped him to reach a different level, which pain will sometimes do. And he was able to defeat All for One.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I did think for a second All for One as a baby killed him for a second there.
Well, the thing is, he's not completely dead because part of him lives somewhere else, and we'll see what happens with that. Believe the next episode is out, and we'll check it out tomorrow.
The other thing to keep in mind is this is technically a half season. So there's only 11 episodes, if I recall correctly.
It's the final season, too.
Yeah. So they're just trying to wrap things up. At this point.
Well, I mean, you know, will it have How I Met Your Mother kind of thing?
God, I hope.
Yeah. Will Deku die at the end? Will it be his sacrifice that saves the earth and Bakugo ends up being number one? I'm sorry to depress you, but it's definitely a
I'll
possibility.
always remember that nerd.
Yes, exactly.
I miss you, Deku.
Yes,
Someone's got to teach that worthless nerd how the world really works.
exactly.
What's with the smooth jazz underneath that?
It's from.
No, I know it's from the show, but I just didn't think about that.
It was probably ironic. I don't know. Do we have to? Yeah, let's talk about it. Welcome to Derry, the latest episode. Let's see. Someone mentioned it earlier. Who was it? I believe it was Mark. Let me see what Mark had to say. I'm gonna get there. I really am. Episode 3 of Derry was great. The cemetery chase reminded me of an 80s movie. Oh, for sure. It kind of reminded me
the least traumatizing part of the entire show, even though it was the ghosts of the kids who died in episode 1.
Yeah, this is our favorite episode so far because there were no babies.
No giant mutant babies.
Yes, the mutant babies and no mom
Or pickle dad.
no wombs. We didn't have no wombs.
Yes. I think that's
we just had straight up ghosts in a cemetery, and I'm good with that. And although, thank goodness someone has plot armor because thought for sure he was done.
Yeah, I mean, because the other thing was just like him going into there. That was so wild.
We know
Into
he
the
can't.
cistern.
We know he can't die.
Because he's in The Shining. We've
Well,
seen
no,
him.
No, I'm not talking about him.
Oh.
I'm talking about is Will.
Oh yeah, Will.
Yeah, I'm talking about Will. He can't die because he still has to have a son.
Yes.
And his son is Mike Hanlon.
Yes.
So Will can't die. There's only a couple people with, well, actually 2 people with plot armor.
Yeah, which is
All right, 3 if you count Pennywise. Because because he doesn't die in this. By the way, we caught a glimpse of Pennywise. We believe it was Pennywise.
It
was definitely a clown. And
you're talking about the cemetery. You should also be thinking about
no, I was talking about the clown at the fair or whatever that was.
I don't know if that was Pennywise.
Well, who would it be? That was a creepy clown.
I think it was just a clown.
Anyway, this series is really good.
It is a really good
It's
series.
been very disturbing. And this one, again, our favorite episode because there ain't no babies. No babies.
Ain't no creepy babies.
And I'll be okay if there's no babies the rest of the way. Now,
Yep.
The dude with no eye who turned into a spider creepy thing. Oh, yeah,
We can deal with that.
Yeah, because I mean, I've been to Clinton before, so there's that, and so have some of you. All right, when we get back, we got a ton of stuff to get to. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice. By the way, I don't care if I offend you, Clinton. The voice of the Carolinas.
Also,
I do care a little bit because I don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah,
or just a couple people.
It's fun jabs.
Sorry, I was just thinking of Matt Thomason going, "Where have you taken me?" When that homeless guy was like collecting rocks on the side of the road when we went to PC.
He's very nice rocks.
He's very sheltered. That's what I said. The rocks look pretty, man. I mean, oh my God, we're never getting out of here.
Look at the world, rich boy.
We're never getting out of here. Yeah, we will. We'll get out of here. Well, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I got long hair. I can blend. All right, so maybe you won't. Haven't been there in a while. May have improved. Probably not. I'm sure PC is still an island in the midst of the whole thing. You go in and go, wow, this is pretty. How'd they hide this?
Also, check the stream.
Why? Oh, that thing? Those things out. Are you talking about the?
Oh, I was just thinking.
Yeah.
You
You
just get rid of
can't.
it.
That stuff happens all the time.
I know. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, Pennywise can be anything he wants to be. He can be a woman. He can be a guy. He can be anything. Remember, he was Mrs. Kirsch.
On the office of Alina Haba, the acting U.S. attorney in New Jersey. Haba spoke about it in an interview with Fox News.
We've had friends that have been unfortunately assassinated. We've seen attempted assassinations, and you never really think it would come that close to home. And this individual obviously got very close to where I sit for work every single day.
By the way, thank you guys.
It was frightening.
for participating because it's therapeutic to a degree. In all honesty, I don't know how long it'll take for me to get over this if I ever do. So,
Thank you,
in
Imogene.
a way, he is a glamour, and he's not really a he, I guess, unless his species lays eggs.
Well, the other
Because
thing,
in the book, there's eggs, if I recall. It's been a while since I read it, but
he could be like a seahorse. A very, very evil seahorse.
anyways, the seahorse. Oh no.
I'm sure that's somebody's fear.
Hey, Pappy, can I have my other pop, please?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you.
Welcome to Pappy's Portable Potable Pop Palace.
I bet you call it soda when you're with your friends.
Yeah, no, I don't.
And still haven't watched Witcher yet. Still haven't gotten around to it.
A lot of my friends said they did not like it. The Council of Nerds decreed that it was trash.
Even Siri, though. I mean, I was a big fan of Siri and the actress they got for Siri. I don't know.
I understand that.
That's good, Dr. Pepper.
You're welcome.
I don't know why I'm not sponsored by Diet Dr. Pepper or Dr. Pepper Zero. I should be. This could be a Fanville. Although one good thing, if there's any good thing that comes out of this, I no longer have to watch teams I don't like. I can just concentrate on watching the teams that I love for now.
Indeed.
Including the one that's on the TV right now. First down.
Oh, okay.
So somehow your mom has this on and is supposedly listening to us too. We know that's probably not true.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whoa. Is it raining there?
Although she did,
but I think they just showed a bunch of water. I don't know if it's raining there. It's hard to tell on Mr. Haney. Mr. Haney talking about the Bolsheviks. You don't know Mr. Haney.
I don't. I think that's an 80s reference.
No. It's more like a 50s reference, probably. We just watched reruns of it. Green Acres. I believe it's Green Acres.
I still don't know what you're saying.
He was Mr. Haney, the actor who played Mr. Haney was also in Back to the Future 3. He's the one that said, if you don't do this, everyone everywhere will say that Clint Eastwood was Yeller or something. I can't remember. I used to be able to do it. Okay. My wife is confirmed it is raining hard in Ohio. Look at that. Not noobing me on that one. Take that. I won't talk to Big Lou unless you say he's like me. Why do I not have that on there?
Policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-2080.
Yay. Hour number 2, yay.
It's the Nerd Hour of the Upstate Pulse. On News Talk 98.9.
Welcome into hour number 2 of the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on a Saturday night. If you would like to be a part of the show, that's only if you're willing to smile or if you're willing to oh my gosh, what in the world? How in the world did that happen? Wow. Now I'm gonna have to noob myself again. I was having such a good thing. Okay, let's go with this one. Oh no, you messed up. That's a noob. Oh noob. Declining noobing. Yeah, not sure what happened there, but that's fine. I screwed up. And when you screw up, you get noobed. I even noob myself all the time. I'm not a compulsive noober. Sometimes I make a lot of mistakes. I don't even know what I was talking about. What I was going to say.
Underlay.
Yeah, is if you take things too seriously, then you would have folded right then when you made a mistake. Talking about me, but I don't take things. I try not to take things too seriously. We are having fun on a Saturday night. Some people cannot smile. Some people cannot get past politics. And listen, politics is your religion. I'll let it go for a couple hours and just have a little fun. I mean, it's all right. It's okay. Thank you for taking us along with you while you're on your way to wherever you're going, wherever you've been, or if you're going hither, thither, and yon. If you get to yon, please get a designated driver because yon is too far. Yon is too far. Unless yon is like maybe you went to a movie and that was hither, and then you went and played some miniature golf and that was thither, and then yon is Taco Bell, then you're probably all right. There's all those people, I went to Taco Bell and afterwards. Yeah, you guys are lying. This is the popular thing to say. Some of you may have a problem with stomachs, but most of you do not. You're fine. You're just fine. You know who's not fine usually is someone who is on our oops.
Oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Nobody can take that much and still live.
What's this? That's cray-cray.
Is everybody in this town on drugs?
This is ridiculous.
Pretty concerned right now because Julian's saying I think he's in the tent. I think he may have broke his butt.
That's a bad thing to break.
You don't want to break your butt.
I wouldn't know. I've broken other butts.
Yeah, it's just you should have said that. All right. Oops.
Why?
Just let go. Oops. This time, let's go to Russia, shall we?
Do we have to?
I don't know if you've seen this, but a Russian robotics startup's presentation of its first AI-powered humanoid robot at a Moscow event went awry when the robot face-planted on stage while trying to wave to the audience. The handlers covered the robot with a cloth and removed it from the stage, cutting the presentation short.
It was then summarily executed for its failure.
The incident was seen as an embarrassing fail for the Russian robotics industry, despite the robot being advertised as mostly composed of Russian components. Clips of the robot's fall went viral on social media, which I have seen. Look it up if you haven't. It's pretty funny. This was not Russia's first robot mishap, as a similar incident occurred in 2018 with a person in a robot suit. So there you go. I mean, yes. And all I could hear is the guy from 2012 who Hawk Girl dropped in Superman going, "It's Russian." And then boom, it falls flat on his face. It's not, I mean, you see the stuff that Elon's doing and that Japan is doing with robots, and you see the Russian robot. It's bad. It's bad. And you're probably right. They probably are no longer around.
No.
Yes. That's the kind of thing.
But
suddenly
he is the robot. That would not work.
Yeah, they don't send them to Siberia anymore, and they send them to the front line. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, probably. That probably will take care of it. All right. If you would, if you feel so inclined, today's Cameron's birthday. Imogene says happy birthday, Cam. So wish Cameron a happy birthday. It is one of my favorite days of the year. And because let's embarrass him, that's my dream sitting right over there. So I've achieved almost all my dreams. I still have ambitions, one of which went bye-bye this week. But you know,
I'm still here, Dad.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Let's hope the rest of your dream stays.
But as I told Mark Ryan when he texted me, yes, Mark Ryan texted me, and I told him, it's like, I'll be back eventually. I will. You know what? If I'm never on sports radio again, nearly 30 years on sports radio, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's between here the fan. That's pretty good. And did I ever headline? Well, on a couple things, things that I didn't want to do, like Friday Night Rap, but I did it because I was told to. But I had a pretty good run. Not everyone gets to do that sort of thing, and I did. So if I'm back, great. If I'm not, it's whatever show that I would have been on would have been better if I was on it. But I'm not. But I'm on this one though. I'm on this one, and I love this one. This is my favorite show. Technically, this is my favorite show ever, and even all the shows that I've got, this is still my favorite show ever because I get to talk about stuff that I love sports, but I love playing video games. I love watching stuff, and I'm a huge nerd.
There's a much wider breadth of things you can actually.
Breadth is good, yes, for sure it is. And at least I'm not in Hawaii trying to say that big word.
Yeah.
So there's
hippopotamus.
Let me take a little bit of time to remind you about Borderlands Black Friday sale, where everything's on sale. Everything is on sale, but you can get an extra 10% off if you bring 10 cans of food to donate. Over the years, you guys have donated over 5 tons of food that goes to charity and takes care of people that are hungry and giving them a good meal. So make sure you check that out. And an extra 10% is good because when you go in there, you're like, oh, I want that. 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 Oh, that's on sale. But I brought in some food, so I get 10% more on that, off of that. Let me get some of that. And then they bring stuff out of the warehouse that you normally don't get to see. And you get a chance to buy some of that, and it's fun.
Like a Green Goblin helmet that speaks to you.
Well, that's your Green Goblin helmet.
Yes, it is now. I was like, Cameron, avenge me!
Yes. I hope it doesn't really speak to you because that would be not.
It's one of the few things that speak to me in that house.
Okay.
The spooky house.
Yeah,
as my niece is called it.
Yes. I'm trying to decide. Do I want to take a break or do I want to throw it? You know what? I'm going to take a break. We're going to take a break. When we come back, no, we're not. Forget it. I'm not taking a break.
Wait, what?
I'm going to do this thing as soon as I can find the right mouse. There we go. There it is. That's not a noob. I got 3 mice right here.
Why do you have so many?
They're all blind. They absolutely are blind mice.
Who cut the cheese? Who cut the cheese? I ask you, please, did you cut the cheese? I'm not adverse to learning. Tell me why my eyes are burning. Who cut the cheese?
I think I'm gonna hurl.
And now, putrid, stupid, stinky stories with Flaccid Patrick.
Do not go in there.
And Sabage.
Woo!
All right, if this is your first time listening to the show, the first time hearing this segment, you're probably going, who the heck is Patrick? Well, he is the Flaccid King, and he is out conquering someplace, somewhere, doing what he does. Back in the day, Patrick did not like certain words like flaccid, like putrid. There's just so many things that
seepage.
Seepage was
or moist.
Yeah, we
ambidextrous.
No, that's not. We made pork rinds before, and he couldn't handle the smell. I brought in elf snot. That was a bad idea because he almost lost it over the elf snot. There are so many things.
It's one of those things if you realize that you didn't really want to win that.
Yeah, but I almost did, which was kind of cool, but not. So anyway, these are stories that, believe it or not, has something to do with, I don't know, poo, maybe poo.
Grody-ness.
Let's go to India. And I think we may have talked about this before, but it's been a while. And we're in Georgia and all the way up to Charlotte right now. The village in South India celebrates a unique festival. You know what that festival is, Cameron? It's the Cow Poop Festival.
No.
It is the Cow Poop Festival.
Is it Cow Pie Fest?
And here's the thing. There's a dude in trouble because he filmed it. And I supposedly you're not supposed to do that. Gorhaba, the Cow Dung Festival in Tamil Nadu's Gumatapura marks Diwali's end with a unique ritual. Villagers joyfully throw cow dung, honoring deity Birsharara Swami. Hey, I'm close.
I don't think you
were. It's
you sound like Scooby-Doo.
Bareshwara.
Raggy, they were rolling round.
Anyway, it's a festival where they throw cow pies at each other, believed to bring blessings.
At each other?
Yeah. Believed to bring blessings and good health. The vibrant tradition rooted in the Karupa community's faith. I should turn the lights up, but that's fine. Unless people, it's not doable, across the state borders, offering a rare glimpse into rural Indian culture. And if photographers delight ever thought that being covered in cow dung would be considered auspicious? No. You know what? I still don't.
Nope.
It does not. No. Well,
Biff Tannen didn't.
Well, it might sound
or whatever Tannen
poodoo. It might sound a bit weird, but there is a festival named Gore Haba, popularly known as the Cow Dung Festival, celebrated every year. And I already said all that. Why is this Kamadi speaking village is set on the border of Kamataka and is known for this unusual poopy fest. Well written there, person. The best part of this festival is participants throw cow dung at each other as a ritual to mark the end of Diwali and honor the local deity, Barishwara Swami. I think that's an R. Barishwami Swami. I'm saying it right. It is believed that the unique tradition brings blessings, good health, and prosperity. Not many must be aware of the fact that the day is celebrated by that. Anyway,
so should I throw cow poop at you to make you feel better?
No.
Bring you luck.
We live in Grey Court, so there are definitely cow.
Plenty of ammo.
Listen, here's the thing: you go out into some farmer's cow pasture and go looking for you're gonna find something.
Yeah,
and it's not going to be good. So anyway, you may think that there's a weird custom where you are, or you may go to a family reunion and go, why did they do that? It's not like throwing.
It's not as bad as the cow dung festival.
Throwing cow dung at each other and going, oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't think so. I just I have to find out if there's a festival like that in Ireland.
They throw potatoes at each other.
Maybe.
Lots of concussions.
Oh, wow, that would hurt. All right.
They all yell, potato.
When we come back, we're going to get a little serious with our AI takeover. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of Carolina. Woo!
Yeah, it looks like a robot.
It's sad, isn't it? I mean, I don't want it to be
I'd rather the Russians not have good robots.
It look like it could take over the world.
I want to make sure that the Russians don't have good robots.
But someone thought that was a good idea. And someone thought that it was ready.
I don't think anyone thought it was ready. I think they were impressed. It's just like, you will demo robot.
It is ready. Yes.
I will
it is ready.
Of course it's ready. All right, have my bags packed for Aruba, please. I will have to flee the country. Hey, weren't you that Russian robot maker? I was not.
Where's Boris? Bathroom?
All right, now time to fake my death. I do what most Russian scientists do. Fake my death. Oh, always have body double ready.
Yeah, Stephen, I did address it. I would say when the podcast is up, go back and listen to the first segment, but it won't be up till Monday. But he's no longer with the company. The show no longer exists, and I am no longer on sports radio. It's unfortunate. It stinks. It sucks. It hurts really bad, but you know. It's a horrible thing to say that it's radio, but it's radio. And in my case, I've been here going on 26 years, and it's like starting a new job every 5 or 6 years because it's either new people or I move somewhere else. And you will no longer, unless something drastically changes, you will no longer hear me on the Fan Upstate. But I'm still here, so. No, Stephen, you cannot. That, by the way, was punishment for me. LexCorp took great joy in making me do that. I did Sports Flash right at least 5 or 6 times throughout however many years we were on the morning.
I'm not here to do that. Tax relief advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the
By the way, I'm still standing. Has this been playing in my head on repeat? I don't know why.
It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids, no matter where you are.
Of course, I'm thinking of the Ultramarine version from like Warhammer.
I don't believe I've heard that.
I think I've showed it to you before.
Probably.
Basically, it's just like, does he know that the radio, the comms are still on? Let him cook. It's just a Space Marine just yelling that song at the top of his lungs as he's like taking down hundreds of things.
By visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Shall we play a game? How about global thermonuclear war?
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
You wanted to know what the Matrix is, Neo?
This isn't real.
What is real?
The survivors of the nuclear fire called the war Judgment Day. They lived only to face a new nightmare, the war against the machines.
All right. Just heard Sarah Connor speaking. That means it's time for some AI takeover stuff. By the way, the text line is 800-905-0989. We're also live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X at either 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. There are some questions up there that I'll get to, as my mama would say, directly. But the intro played, so we got to talk about the stuff that's on this intro. So here we go, or that's in the segment. All right, we talk about AI all the time and the ills of AI. There are some things that we were concerned would happen, and they are starting to happen. We've already had a case that we talked about a while ago about a guy making it look like one of his employees had done something with AI. Well, now it's happened at the middle school level. And these things, I don't know how you can fix this. I don't know how you can regulate it. I don't know what you can do other than, and I know how it sounds, but be better parents. The people, and even if you are a great parent, sometimes it's going to things are going to go wrong. A student from 6th Ward Middle School in Louisiana was arrested for sharing AI-generated nude images of his classmates, leading to an ongoing investigation. The LaFourche Parish Sheriff's Office said the investigation began in August after someone reported that a group of boys was circulating AI-generated nude pictures of female students on a school bus. Situation led to a confrontation between one of the boys and a female student. In September, authorities arrested one of the boys involved and charged him with 10 counts of unlawful dissemination of images created by artificial intelligence. Sheriff Craig Weber said the female student involved in the altercation would not face charges. Sheriff's office said the investigation was ongoing and additional arrests and charges are possible. That's the thing. You can, even when there are filters and there are things that you can do, I would imagine on AI that where this thing could get even worse. So, I mean, it is a fun tool to play with. Cameron and I have enjoyed the Sora videos. I mean, they've been really, really good.
Like the cat stuff.
Yeah.
But there's definitely ways that it can be used for a lot of really bad things.
Like that. And
Yes.
and these lead to unfortunately suicides and other things like
Yes.
that, and altercations that can get way out of hand. And I again, I don't know what you do. I mean, how do you fix it?
I mean, the only way you can ever fix anything is just to make people better and just hope
Yeah,
that
you
people
can't-
be better.
you can't
That's
do
the
that.
only thing you can't make people better, but just if people were taught better values, if people actually valued other people.
So even so, sometimes there are bad apples. Let's move on to something. We're not really moving on, but let's talk about something else.
Is this the serious portion
within
we're
it-
talking about?
That's the serious portion. Yes.
Okay.
Here's another part of it. All right, we've talked about. I mean, there have been strikes over AI and things like that, and even in the radio business, it is concerned that eventually anyone who's on the air could be, especially on music channels, could be rendered obsolete because AI can do what they're doing. Someone can program a DJ, and you probably wouldn't know that that DJ is not a real person, because you can take their samples of their voices and have them say what you want them to say. Well, Matthew McConaughey and Michael Caine have both licensed AI replicas of their voices. So people are really upset about it. So they basically, and they say it's a money grab, that they have sold their voices now to make money. And they probably are making money for doing it. But and most of the complaints are, and I completely get it, is that there are actors in the future who are going to miss out on things that they could do because you sold your voice, and now they're continuing to use that. You know, people come and go, voices come and go. Not everyone is James Earl Jones. So recognizable that you go, hey, that's that guy. It's unfortunate. Michael Caine said, for years, I've lent my voice to stories that move people, tales of courage, wit, and the human spirit. Now I'm helping others find theirs. He emphasized the technology's power to amplify voices and not replace them. 11 Labs gives everyone the tools to be heard. It's not about replacing voices. It's about celebrating them. No, your voice is not getting replaced. Your voice is keeping other people from getting jobs in the future because they're just going to keep recycling your voice and use it for other things.
This is why it seems like, to a degree, immortality is kind of immoral.
I don't know
if that's a way to put it, because it kind of, in a way, like, it bars new things from being made. It kind of stifles creativity. And
well, it's funny you should say that, because I had an article, didn't print it out, and didn't have time to find it for some reason. I missed it when I was doing show prep this morning, but I do remember what it was about. Churches are now starting to use AI, including allowing people to talk to Jesus, but they're talking to an AI Jesus.
Yeah, that's a hard no for me.
Yeah, it's not.
And,
or talking to Bible characters. You know, I don't, you know, that.
How theological are we allowed to be? Is my question.
Well, here's the thing. If you do,
I would like your permission.
If you do believe in Jesus, if you've asked Christ into your life, then you have personal relationships with Jesus and you talk to him.
Yes.
And if you felt the presence, then you know what it is. This is different. This is someone programming into AI. So this is, and there's a church of AI out there now. And it's just a matter of time before these things combine. And
there was I got to remember, the Lazarus Project. There was an anime that came out, I believe it was earlier this year, made by the same people who did Cowboy Bebop. And there was a literal cult circled around an AI.
Yeah, well, that is
yeah. So now that's real.
That's
Great.
in existence, and some major churches are starting to use this tool. So I just don't know. I don't know. One last thing in AI takeover, and then we'll get back to fun stuff. Although you may think this is fun stuff, Disney Plus will soon feature AI generated user content. So Disney was pretty upset when a lot of their characters were being used for Sora and for other stuff. So now they're going to allow it to happen, and they're going to, on Disney Plus, have shorts from people who used AI to create shorts, and they're going to put them on it. Do you have a problem with that on Disney Plus? When you know it's AI created, you know it's a user created that, and we have watched funny things. We've watched Mario get pulled over.
Yeah,
I mean, things like that are kind of funny.
I mean, the cats thing from yesterday was hilarious.
Yes, the cats thing is
just continuously like pulling up
by
more
the way,
and more.
Unfortunately, I can't get rid of cat videos on my X feed right now, but you know that's
You'll find a wrestling video
no.
at some point.
Here's the thing: I needed cats yesterday. I needed a cat video.
The cats were there for you.
Yes, they were, and they
with
always
with
will
the
be.
bagpipes.
Yes,
with the cymbals, with the gong.
Yes,
it just got way crazy.
And that one cat with the rocket launcher, which was interesting. He took care of that dog, though. All right, when we get back,
poor puppy.
We're going to we'll talk some video games and a little bit of wrestling and all kinds of things as we jump into the Nerd Roundtable. You listen to Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolina. You know what, Steven? I'm gonna miss hearing me too. It's one of those things where you can go, call the program director and do all this. None of that stuff is going to work. If for some reason the station started to grow, started to get bigger again, and they decided that they would add another show again, then there's a shot that I get to go back. But again, I am so grateful that I still have a job. It sucks that my friend does not, but you know.
Also, to talk about that, Trey, I agree with you, because the thing I didn't say on the air was you're missing the spiritual component. That's the most important part.
Which is what I said.
Yeah.
I mean,
you did say that.
I didn't say it that way, but I did. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. The other thing, and I can probably say this more on stream, is just like, if you believe in that certain way, then Jesus ascended back to heaven. Jesus is not dead. So,
yay, another touchdown. Woo.
I don't get that reference, but oh.
Yeah, Trey, I'm gonna miss doing interviews with wrestlers too. Hey, the last two we got to do before the show ended were pretty good. I mean, Jade Cargill and of course Chelsea Green. I mean, both those were a blast. The problem is, getting wrestlers on Saturday nights is very difficult. And I mean, if I have time when they come through during the week and I'm here, I would do my best to try to get an interview, but chances are when they're here to promote something that will happen before we're on the air again. Doesn't mean I won't get one. I also would be scared to death to do a wrestling interview by myself. I'm saying I wouldn't. Because I have this thing sometimes when I'm face to face with someone like a celebrity or something where my brain just goes completely blank, which is a scary thing for me because my mind never stops. So when it does stop, it's
The
like
silence is scary.
Oh no, it's happened. It's over. I'm done. I've reached the end of my imagination. I'm done.
There's no more left. There's no more track.
It was a good run, yo. Yeah, I can't read it, but I see the picture. Yeah. Well, we know that's going to be solved whenever that comes out.
Well, In Marvel Rivals, they just got added.
Oh,
They-
okay.
They just added Gambit and Rogue. So
I had a wrestling podcast for a while. Don't be surprised if I end up on a podcast with someone you know, someone who's not here tonight. We'll see. It wouldn't surprise me if that's not connected, Mark. All right, before we get into the roundtable, a lot of stuff to talk about. Let me tell you once again about Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive, and their Black Friday sale coming up. And it's going to be this. Guess when it is, Cameron?
it's going to be on Black Friday.
Wow, how'd you guess that? It is. It's going to be on Black Friday. In case you don't know what that is, that's the day after Thanksgiving, or as they say here, Thanksgiving. Which I mean, that's what, I think the giving's more important than the thanks part, but whatever, to each his.
I mean, it
own.
depends. I mean,
Yeah.
the thanks is the thing that's being given.
No, you give thanks for what you were given.
Sometimes you just give thanks.
And sometimes you give thanks for what you're about to receive, but in this case, what you can receive is a sale, and all things are on sale. Everything on sale, comic books, Funko Pops, anime and comic book statues, comic books, obviously, trades. They usually have a ton of graphic novels that you can just go through and go, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that. Wow, that costs that much. Let me buy that. And of course, they have T-shirts, they have sweatshirts, they have D&D merchandise.
They have Green Goblin helmets.
They have yes, stuff like that. They also have vintage toys, and vintage video games, and there will be doorbusters. There will be the stuff that they always have at the Borderlands Comics and Games Black Friday sale. But if you also bring 10 cans of food to donate, you get an extra 10% off. So let's say something was 15% off, and then you brought in 10 cans of food, you get 25% off. That's a deal, right?
That's
there,
math.
isn't it? And while you're doing that, you will help to feed needy folks out there during the holiday season. Rob told me that thanks to your donations, they've donated 5 tons of food over the years, which that's a lot of food. So if you get a chance, make sure you go to Borderlands Comics and not if you get a chance, you need to go there. Especially if you're listening to the show, you or someone you know is into this stuff, and they got it at Borderlands. All right. While we're in the roundtable, couple things. Let's start out with Fallout 4's anniversary edition, which I spent $20, and I got the 150 Creation Club creations. Here's the thing, though. It don't work. And there's nothing like buying something and getting excited about it, getting back into Fallout 4, and it don't work. Now, when things are updated, usually, and modding is involved, something's gonna break. It always happens, and then hopefully modders, if they're still modding, will go back in, they'll fix it, they'll update it with whatever code they need to, and then suddenly it'll work. Here's the problem with, and I did some research, watched some other videos of people talking about this. So the Creation Club thing that I bought for $20 with the 150 creations, a bunch of it won't work because it requires the DLC. The thing is, I got the DLC. It doesn't recognize that you have the DLC. So
yeah, so they messed up the coding.
So a bunch of things that including like extra building materials. One of my favorite followers, her name's Heather. She doesn't work. A bunch of things don't work because you cannot enable it. You can download it, but you can't, enable it because it needs the DLC and it doesn't recognize the DLC. Now, Bethesda's come out and said they will fix it early next week. There was not an exact date of when they were going to fix it, but it's early next week. When it's fixed, I can't wait. I mean, I'm still playing around with it anyway, trying to find more stuff that's not working and find stuff that is working.
What's the difference between the anniversary edition and like the edition before?
Creation Club.
That's it. That's
And
the only...
well, Creation Club, and they fixed the things that were broke last year with the upgrade. So the update last year when they brought it up to 4K or 60 whatever
frames per second.
Yeah.
Your favorite thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got mine set for 60 FPS and it looks good. Anyway, and not that I could tell. It caused staggering, and it also caused digitizing of faces when you had certain mods. So you get that. It looked bad. It looked really bad. The staggering was so bad that a lot of people stopped playing it, including me. The staggering is gone, by the way. They fixed that. That's one thing that's fixed. That's why I'm able to play it right now, but I cannot get to the stuff that I want to get to. And it's a big company, a company that puts out really good games, and they have this problem. And supposedly it's going to be fixed. So I will let you know next week if it actually is fixed and I'm able to play with all those things. Maybe I'll find a Dachshund, because there are Dachshunds.
I just want to see the armored corgi.
I did find a corgi. Yeah, I started playing again. I started another playthrough because I was having trouble with the other one because I had too many followers, something that happens a lot. I downloaded a bunch of extra followers, and they just get in the way sometimes. And I'm trying to. All right, something else. Valve has announced a new Steam machine. No, it's not something that cleans your carpet or your curtains. It's a Steam machine, as in Steam, as in computers. You go on and you play on Steam.
Yes.
And download games. Looks really square. Almost like
it's a box.
It is. It looks like a box. Someone's already made a skin, which is funny. That looks like Minecraft.
It's just a dirt block.
The thing is, I thought it was a great idea until I saw that. Now I hate it. I don't know why. All right, so here's what the machine. Here's some of the specs. I don't know what any of this means, but Cameron might. CPU, semi-custom AMD Zen 4 6C12T. I'm guessing that's 12 terabytes. I don't know. That sounds amazing. I don't know if it is. GPU is semi-custom AMD RDNA 3 TBCUs, 2.45 gigahertz max sustained clock, 110 WTDP. Yeah. Henry Cavill understands everything I'm saying right now. Do you understand any of this?
Not as much as if you would have asked me 5 years ago when I built mine, but
16 gigabytes DDR5 plus 8 gigabytes GDDR6 VRAM, which I guess is the video card. 2 storage options, 512 gigabyte SSD and a 2 terabyte SSD. That's pretty good. 2 USB-A ports on the front, 2 USB-A ports on the back, and USB-C port on the back. 1 USB-C port. So anyway, I think they're obviously bringing this out to compete with the next Xbox, which is supposed to play all Steam games.
From what I understand, it is essentially like a midway between a mid-range or like a mid-power PC and a high-power PC.
Okay, why wouldn't they try to make it? All right,
they wouldn't want to go too high because then the cost would be too much.
All right,
and nobody would be able to afford it.
Scott mentioned this earlier because Scott always does this because he's awesome. He always sends a message of something that we're going to talk about. He says, "Evening, guys. This week, Valve announced a new Steam Machine console. It will run the Steam OS and have integration with the Steam Deck and a new Steam VR set. Online sources suggest it will not have the capability of a high-end gaming PC, but will be comparable to current gen consoles, the ability to upgrade and run other operating systems. Some have suggested this could be an Xbox killer if they can get it to a competitive price point, since it will effectively do everything that Xbox does." Here's the thing, though. Text says, "Lonzo, bless you. Cameron, hand him a box Kleenex." I didn't sneeze, did I? I was having some phlegm problems though. I was also some phlegm.
I did see some green like hit the wall back
No,
there.
he did not. He absolutely did not, and neither did you if you were watching on Facebook, YouTube.
This is why you should watch
Twitter,
streams so you can see if I'm lying
all
or
right,
not.
so I don't think that this is an Xbox killer because the next Xbox is supposed to be able to do all this.
Yeah.
So you get Xbox, you get Game Pass, and then you also get Steam.
Also, Xbox is just kind of in the lexicon for things for even non-gamers. They know what an Xbox is. They know what a PlayStation is. That's what they equate.
You know what?
Games with.
You know what? There are babies born right now, even this minute, even this second when we're talking, that will not know what a penny is. The American penny, which costs nearly 4 cents to mint, will be discontinued due to its production cost.
What will I
exceeding
give
its
for your
value.
thoughts?
A
nickel?
A penny.
Daggum inflation.
Despite its discontinuation, the penny will remain legal tender, causing challenges for retailers who may round prices to the nearest nickel. The removal of the penny from circulation has led to unexpected problems for businesses and consumers, with some retailers facing legal issues for rounding prices. The decision to phase out the penny in the United States lacks a clear plan for retailers, unlike other countries that have removed low denomination coins. The end of the penny production has prompted calls for legislation to address the challenges posed by rounding prices and ensuring fair treatment for consumers, particularly those using federal food assistance programs. So here's the thing. So if something costs 53 cents, it will now cost 55. And so on and so forth. Pennies are kind of annoying. And all they got to do is, eventually, and coming up soon, fix it to where pennies, where everything is either a 0 or a 5. I mean, I don't know if I'm oversimplifying it, or maybe I should be more disturbed
Well,
by it.
the problem is like all the laws and stuff regarding it that they might be running into when they do round up or down.
Well, and
I feel like an easier way to do it is round down.
Yeah, well,
to avoid like inflated prices, but I don't know.
And all the fellas pitching pennies back in the back alley, they're gonna have a problem. See,
What am I going to put in that sock to beat people with?
yeah.
Nickels are harder to come by.
Well, try Coke cans. It worked in a Sean Penn movie.
That's fine.
He beat up the Kurgan with it.
There's bricks
I'm sorry,
around.
He beat up Mr. Krabs with it. All right, you're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of Carolina. He was in at a place for delinquents, and he knew they were going to beat him up, so he took a sock and bought a bunch of pop and put it in there and just beat the mess out of him.
Yeah, that sounds way to go.
We do not condone that. I'm just saying. And cans were
heavier.
Yeah, and a little less. Yeah. By the way, Trey, I really love talking to Dan Severn. That was a great interview because we connected because of wrestling and talked about that before. If you are a wrestler or ex-wrestler, I'm talking about, high school, college, whatever, there's always going to be a connection because you know that they get it and they know that you get it. Hey, shout out to me for making it through the show without crying. Woo!
We still got 10 minutes.
I do. I could break down. I could definitely break down.
Here's the thing. You do that, I'm going to start singing In the Arms of the Angel.
Well, that'll make it worse.
But it'll be me singing it.
I still, anyone can sing it. You still hear her voice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how that works.
How about this? Near, far, wherever you are.
Don't hurt yourself. absolutely.
I'm
going to
pulling
hurt-
back on purpose.
Yeah, you're going to hurt yourself.
I don't need to talk tomorrow. We'll need to talk Monday. Or I'll just
Well,
grunt
I
aggressively.
don't have a show anymore, so I don't need to talk Monday either.
Ugh.
Thanks, Cameron. Thanks a lot.
What am I
dude.
supposed to say?
Thanks, son.
You can say happy birthday, son.
I have. I shall, and I will
You-
again.
Yeah, you have several times. I appreciate it. I'll feel loved.
You brought me to my happy place after I talked about all the sadness, and then you just brought me back to the sadness.
I'm sorry. Let's go back to the happy place. Let's go to the place where people
I don't
throw
want my
countdown at
office to
people.
go away, but it doesn't help that if I open my office door, I can see the door of the fan.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep my door closed all the time because I'm trying to do work, and I don't want to. I have really good ears. I'm not trying to dip into conversations, but I can hear everything everyone says. So it's better for me to just close the door and turn music on.
By the way, I did.
It's like I'm like Daredevil, in the water chamber thing. I gotta.
He is like Daredevil.
Yeah, it's
I'm not kidding. He can hear something from a decent distance.
which is amazing. I'm sure I've lost some hearing. It's amazing compared.
I wonder if it's due to your upbringing and like being aware of things and such.
It could just be I got good ears.
Could be that too.
Well, you would think my ears would be bad because they're little bitty ears on
Well,
a big
the other
old
thing, too,
head.
is, like-
you think little bitty ears on a big old head would not hear as much.
Can you usually feel when people is there or are there?
Yes.
Okay, so I think your ears are just really good and they can pick up on like the bit of static that people give off. Because there's like an ambient static that you can kind of never mind. We'll get
Yeah,
into all
it's
of it.
like California psychics and stuff.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm being
Yeah.
legit here.
Yeah. So are they.
Stop it.
Lightning can only strike twice so many times.
All right, W has spoken. That means we are at the end of this here program. Got about 7 minutes to go, and a ton of stuff to get to that we did not get to, and we'll try to squeeze it in all right here in this last couple minutes. First of all, I want to say once again, happy birthday to Cameron. Wish Cameron a happy birthday if you get a chance right now. Your last chance to do it. Although he'll accept happy birthdays next week also. People got what they wanted this week on Monday Night Raw when Dom Mysterio faced John Cena. Not only did he face him on the mic, he faced him in the ring, and it was amazing. It was.
I saw the clip of him in the chair, of them both with the chair, and it was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
He looked over and winked.
It was a classic Eddie Guerrero match. It was a classic Dom Mysterio match. And if you get a chance, you should check out what Rey Mysterio said about his son in a letter to Eddie on his anniversary of his death. Read it on X. Is really, really good about how proud he is. Dom is one of the futures of professional wrestling. I had my doubts when he first came out because he was so slow, and he's being compared to his dad so much. But his wrestling has improved. His mic skills have improved. His facial expressions have improved a great deal. And him turning heel was the best thing that could ever happen for him. Of course, he was kidnapped, and people forget about that.
Yeah,
And-
he was Stockholm syndrome into
yeah.
doing what he's been
I
doing.
mean, and people still love Mommy, even though she kidnapped him and brainwashed him. But it worked out for him.
It's the things you forget in wrestling storylines.
All right, George R.R. Martin hates retcons. The retcon that he hates the most is Peter Parker was married to MJ, and then she wasn't. And he wishes they would stop doing that.
I agree with him.
I was going to say, who else wishes they would stop doing that? That would be me.
Let him be happy.
I understand having to reinvent, like right now, what DC's doing with a bunch of their stuff is really cool. But the heart of the stories are still the same. But, I mean, I know. Let's have Mephisto change something, or whichever devil.
It was Mephisto.
All right.
It was Sacha Baron Cohen.
PepsiCo. You heard of them? Heard of PepsiCo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little familiar.
They have unveiled naked Cheetos and Doritos. So, because of artificial colors and fillers, they're getting rid of those. And what they say, this comes out December 1st, and we'll get some bags and find out that those still taste just as good. But you won't be able to tell the difference.
Saying we're getting naked on December 1st?
Absolutely. Here's a problem, though. Here's a problem. If you don't look at your fingers and they're not Doritoed or Cheetoed, do you feel like that you've lost part of the experience?
A little bit, yeah.
If you look at your gaming controller, console of choice, of course, and you don't see a little bit of residue on there, did you actually really game properly? I don't know. I don't.
Well, I think that also means you need to clean your controller. But
yeah, but that's why they have replaceable buttons. Just put another button on there.
Just get rid of it. It's been crusted with like several
or put it in
millimeters of Cheeto dust.
Put it in your dishwasher. What could happen? I mean,
I can think of it.
Yeah, it might melt. It might not though.
I was about to say, don't you do that?
I'm not doing it, dude. I'm not doing.
Don't
that.
you specifically? Don't.
All right, so here are the products that are going to this Doritos Simply Naked Nacho Cheese, Doritos Simply Naked Cool Ranch, Doritos Simply Naked Puffs for sissies, and that's Cheetos Simply Naked Puffs, and Cheetos Simply Naked Flaming Hot. That's the thing. You can't do Flaming Hot.
Why is it Simply Naked?
Because that's what they're calling them.
Why not just naked?
By the way, it's NKD. They didn't go for the full naked. They just, it's not the full Monty. They left the A out. Take that however you want. I just, that's what it. Yeah, that's what it said. I didn't mean. Yeah. They're making a Labubu movie. I know it's probably gonna be evil. I don't know. It might be good.
I'd imagine it would be evil.
Yeah. Well, it could be. It could be heartfelt though. It could be a good thing. Bunch of trailers out, including the Toy Story 5 trailer. What do you think about the Toy Story 5 trailer?
I'm surprised I haven't done this storyline sooner. It's video games versus toys.
Yeah,
which has been a major change, like during this millennium.
For sure. Transition being made all the time. Fallout Season 2 trailer looks good. Deathclaw looks pretty wicked.
I can't wait to go to New Vegas.
The Deathclaw looks pretty wicked.
It does.
And Macaulay Culkin's in it, but I missed it.
He's a Legion. He's a Legionnaire.
Is he? Okay.
Also, none of this is going to mean anything to you, but like there's so many references in there.
Well, the other thing is, rumor mill still going nuts that Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas is being redone. And last time they said that, they're right.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'll take it the Oblivion treatment.
All right. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. I'm sure, speaking for Cameron, he is thanking you for your happy birthdays. Also want to thank everybody for sticking with me. And there's a thing that we say all the time on this show. We'll be back again next week, maybe, and it really means something. Because you don't know when it's going to be your last show. This will not be my last show. We're good. We're good. Our sponsor re-upped 2 days ago.
We're paid for.
Yeah. So there's that. There's that. Now I'm going to go get in the car and probably cry. But, actually I won't. I'm good right now. The hardest part for me is going to be Monday. Thank you, Trey. Love you too, man. The hardest part is going to be Monday. Friday was rough. Rob's like, I'm going to hug you. I'm like, dude, I was going to hug you anyway. I know it's weird. I know I don't do that. But unfortunately, this is a somber occasion. And hopefully we will get to hang out some. If I'm in a place and he's there, I definitely will know because he's still the loudest human being on earth. And keep an ear out. You never know where he might show up.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure you won't have to keep that much of an
here's the thing. If something happens that I hope happens, it's going to be ironic. That's all I'm saying. All right. We are going to go so I can make it home and watch the second half of the Ohio State game. And again, see you guys next week. More than likely, definitely, maybe.